In the heart of the Mediterranean Sea, the islands of Malta and Gozo hold a prehistoric secret of immense proportions. Here stand the megalithic temples, a collection of the oldest freestanding stone structures known to humankind. These architectural marvels predate the famous Stonehenge in England by a millennium. They also precede the Great Pyramids of Giza in Egypt, challenging our understanding of ancient capabilities. The story of the temple builders begins in the Neolithic era, around 5200 BCE, when the first farmers arrived on the islands. For over 1,000 years, this early society developed in relative isolation. Then, around 3600 BCE, a cultural explosion occurred, marking the beginning of the temple building period. The Gigantea phase saw the construction of the first and most awe-inspiring of these structures. Local folklore, unable to explain their construction, attributed the work to a race of giants. The temples were not mere buildings. They were complex ritual centers. Each complex typically consisted of a series of C-shaped chambers, or apses, arranged in a cloverleaf pattern. The walls were constructed from enormous coralline limestone blocks, some weighing over 50 tons. Softer Globigerina limestone was used for interior elements like doorways, altars, and decorative slabs. The builders possessed no metal tools, relying on flint and quartzite implements. They also lacked the wheel, making the transport of these megaliths a monumental feat of human cooperation. Archaeologists believe they used stone balls as rollers to move the massive slabs from quarries. The purpose of these temples is intrinsically linked to the worship of a fertility cult. Numerous statuettes of obese figures, colloquially known as fat ladies, have been unearthed. These figures are widely interpreted as representations of a mother goddess or a symbol of life and abundance. The headless nature of many statues suggests that heads, perhaps made of perishable materials, were added separately. Animal sacrifice was a key component of the rituals performed within these sacred walls. The remains of sheep, goats, and pigs have been found in ritual contexts. Libation holes in the floors suggest that liquid offerings were also made. Some temples exhibit remarkable astronomical alignments, indicating a sophisticated understanding of the cosmos. The southern temple at Nidra is precisely aligned with the solstices and equinoxes. This suggests the temples served as a form of calendar for this agricultural society. Rituals likely marked important times of the year, such as planting and harvesting. The use of oracles is another fascinating aspect of the temple culture. Hidden chambers and acoustic effects would have lent an aura of divine authority to the oracle's pronouncements. The Hypogeum of Uyasaflini offers a unique, subterranean perspective on this ancient religion. Carved from solid rock, it is a multi-level labyrinth of chambers, halls, and passages. It served as both a sanctuary and a necropolis, a place for the living and the dead. The remains of over 7,000 individuals were discovered within its depths. The famous Sleeping Lady figurine was found here, a masterpiece of Neolithic art. The Holy of Holies chamber in the Hypogeum demonstrates incredible acoustic properties. Low-frequency sounds produced in this chamber resonate throughout the entire structure. This could have been used to induce trance-like states in ritual participants. The art within the temples is abstract and sophisticated. Red ochre paintings of spirals, dots, and animal figures adorn some of the walls. These decorations were not merely for show. They were imbued with symbolic meaning. The doorways, or trilithon portals, often acted as symbolic gateways between different realms. The temple culture was remarkably peaceful and egalitarian for its time. There is no evidence of fortifications or weapons of war from this period. Their energy was focused on construction, ritual, and community, not conflict. The society appears to have been a theocracy, led by a class of priests or priestesses. These leaders would have organized the construction projects and presided over ceremonies. Were the keepers of astronomical knowledge and sacred traditions. The sheer investment of resources in temple building speaks to the power of their faith. Generations of people dedicated their lives to quarrying, transporting, and erecting these monuments. The temples were likely pilgrimage sites, drawing people from all over the islands. The Tarxine temples represent the pinnacle of the temple building art. Here, the carvings are more detailed, and the structures more refined. A colossal statue, likely of the mother goddess, once stood in the Tarxian complex. The site also shows evidence of later use for cremation, a practice of the subsequent Bronze Age people. And around 2500 BCE, this vibrant and unique culture vanished abruptly. The construction of temples ceased entirely. The reasons for this collapse remain one of archaeology's greatest mysteries. There are no signs of invasion or widespread conflict. One theory suggests a prolonged period of drought and famine. Soil analysis has shown evidence of significant soil erosion during this period. The intensive farming required to support the temple building population may have exhausted the land. Another theory posits a crisis of faith. When the gods no longer provided, the people may have abandoned the temples and the religion they represented. It is also possible that new people arrived, bringing with them different beliefs and technologies. The introduction of bronze tools and a more individualistic culture may have supplanted the communal efforts of the past. For millennia, the temples lay dormant, gradually covered by earth. Their true purpose was forgotten, relegated to the realm of myth and legend. It was not until the 19th century that they were systematically excavated and studied. Each discovery added a new layer to the complex story of the temple builders. Today, they are a UNESCO World Heritage Site, a testament to the dawn of human spirituality. The silence of the temples continues to challenge us. They stand as a powerful reminder of a sophisticated culture that rose, flourished, and vanished. The stones themselves are the primary witnesses to this ancient worship. Their sheer scale demonstrates an extraordinary level of social organization. The interior spaces were carefully designed to evoke feelings of awe and mystery. Play of light and shadow was a deliberate architectural element. Imagine the scent of burning herbs and incense filling the air during a ceremony. The sound of chanting would have echoed with powerful resonance from the stone walls. Worshippers would have felt a direct connection to the divine within these structures. The community's identity was inextricably linked to its temple. Each temple had its own unique character and perhaps its own specific function. The religion was likely animistic, saying the divine in the forces of nature. The sun, the moon, and the stars were celestial deities or manifestations of the goddess. The cycle of death and rebirth was a central theme, mirrored in the seasons. The hypogeum represents the womb of the earth, a place of burial and potential rebirth. The people who built these structures were not primitive. They were pioneers of architecture, engineering, and art. Legacy is not written in texts, but in the enduring language of stone. The mystery of their disappearance makes their achievements all the more poignant. They created a world of sacred order on their small island home. They transformed the natural landscape into a ritualistic one. The effort required to build even one apse would have been immense. Yet they built dozens of these temples across 2 islands. The faith that drove them must have been powerful and all-encompassing. The temples were the heart of their society for over 1,000 years. Visiting them today is like stepping back to the very dawn of religion. We can only stand in awe and wonder at their silent stone testimony.